welcome. What is up, everybody? Welcome to First Listen. My name is StayPuft, aka John. I'm here with my friend Hardcore Keem. What's up, Keem? How you doing, man?
Yo,
and we are here with Allegaeon. What is up, gentlemen? Congratulations. They have just released their newest album, DAMNUM, today off of Metal Blade Records. My guys, how does it feel to have a new album out?
Fucking amazing. So sick.
You have a really good radio voice.
he does,
I have been
doesn't
told
he?
this before, actually. I think that's hereditary. My dad was in radio for a little while, so maybe it just runs in the family.
Genetics. You have to reproduce. ASAP.
What about my
Putting
voice?
my talents to good use, because otherwise I would just be like languishing in my underwear listening to records all day. But here I can say that I actually have like a 0.05% positive gain to society.
Yeah. Well, that's what we can also say about our new record is 0.5 positive gain to society. 0.05, yes.
Fuck yeah. Real quick before we get into the album, which we're going to get into in just about a couple of seconds, we'll probably talk about this more in depth as we're listening to the album, but I know that this was the first album that y'all, everybody had input on in the writing process and really made it into what this album is. What do you think that people can expect from this album, whether they've heard Allegaeon before or whether this is the first time?
I think you can expect something, if you've heard us before, expect something a little bit darker, a little bit more raw, something a little bit heavier. We've always been like a science band for years and years and years, and we kind of left that by the wayside and are now kind of tackling some more personal, a little bit more emotionally driven subject matter. And if you've never heard us before, then I hope you like real dark fucking brooding metal, because that's what you're about to get.
I hope you like your brain turned into soup, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
I didn't know this was supposed to be a wrestling thing.
We get the promos out every once in a while. I don't even have any beers in me yet, but it's usually about 1 or 2 beers before my Randy Savage impression starts coming out. It's not very good, but you know.
Listen, Mean Gene.
Listen, if you've never heard of us before, what have you been doing with your life there, huh?
Keem, I think this is gonna be a fun time, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, is everybody ready? I am ready. Let's do this, everyone. This is the new album from Allegaeon called DAMNUM. I'll count it down, my friends, on this playlist. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
Let's do it. Keem, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. This is DAMNUM by Allegaeon in 3, 2, 1, play. Right, and we are off. Everybody in the chat, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Twitch, we are live on Facebook, we're live just about everywhere. Maybe even that old PBS station that I hear so much about. Let us know how the levels are and how my voice is, how Legion's voice is, how Keem's voice is, how the music is. We'll get that mixed right away as we can, and otherwise just sit back, enjoy the show. If you have any questions for Allegaeon, get them in the chat and we will get to them in short order.
Justin Stormlin over on Twitch is saying DAMNUM is album of the year.
Oh, yeah. Stormy. Justin's a good dude. He's been a fan of ours for a long time.
Nice.
Yep. He built me a Gundam once. He built me like a custom Allegaeon like mobile suit. It was tight.
It's actually sick.
No, it's not like a. You can't pilot the emo shit. Yeah.
Was it a miniature or was it a legit Gundam?
Yeah, right. This asshole was asking. No, it was like a little guy.
Okay. A friend of mine during quarantine, he moved to Midtown right before the shutdown happened, so he was like isolated in this like non-furnished at the 1-bedroom apartment for like over a year. He's like, I'm not happy to admit it. Like I'm really into fucking building Gundam models. It just kept me safe. Like, what do we gotta do?
No.
So speaking of you guys saying, I know that you guys spent a lot of time writing and recording this record. What else were you doing throughout the really bad times that you've had in the last couple of years to keep yourselves going, waking up in the morning and going one more day?
I started a video game company. That was sick. Yeah, I started a video game publishing company called Component Game. We put our first game out on the Switch in September of last year, called Anton Ball Deluxe. So I've been a busy bee for sure.
Nice. What about y'all?
Go around. Yeah, I was about to say.
Go around the room.
That works.
I just spend time at home, you know, with my dog and my wife. You know, just doing that cowboy lifestyle, you know. Just,
You have a hat?
I have a hat at home, I have a chair,
Do you have a belt?
no belt.
No, but you
No, just staying active, working on other projects.
Oh, you own a farm?
No, I don't. In my mind, I own the farm.
Oh.
Call it farm.
He said a cowboy, so I was like, oh, he must own a farm.
No.
You know what a farm
I do.
Dude, you know cows so well.
He's
So you gotta get it done.
Let's see, I went, started going back to school, like at 12. Started a couple different like youth projects that should be out hopefully this year. And then yeah, record stuff. So been busy.
Okay.
I'm Jeff. I don't know if I introduced myself on the channel.
he's our new drummer.
I play drums.
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
Good to meet you too. Anyways, I lost my job from COVID. I was working in a lab, so I didn't know what to do with my life. So I applied to Harvard and got in. Didn't really see that
Yeah,
coming.
like, Keem, we're hanging out with people that go to Harvard?
Right,
What
right.
are you-
He just
what are
kind
you
of
doing?
said, yep. I lost my job, but
now
I applied
I'm,
to Harvard and got it.
So
That's crazy.
I'm definitely smarter than everyone in this band.
You go to Harvard for hospital administration, bro. Okay, why don't you calm down?
No.
Why don't you calm down?
No. I'm studying policy for health, trying to like get into so I can see the other bands, and then we'll be the biggest band in the universe.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. Besides that, I've just been playing drums a lot.
That's cool. Diabolical plan.
I started to resume my masters, and then as soon as I had everything lined up, they started saying we're gonna have tours again. So that ended my masters once again, really quickly. And then just been playing lots of music, teaching, doing lots of music stuff. Yeah, got another
You're a teacher.
coming out this year for me as well. Yeah.
You teach music?
Yeah. Yep. Guitar teacher full time. When I'm not hanging out with these jerks.
Do your students know about your music?
Yes.
They do? They found you?
Yeah.
They found you.
What do they think? What do they think?
Oh, I mean, they wouldn't be coming to me if they hated it. Yeah, I found a way to make Allegiant pay my bills in a roundabout way.
I got you. Oh,
That was the most awkward thing.
That was horrible.
We are onto the second track. This is one of two songs that I've actually heard from this album. Was this the second single or the first single? I cannot remember 2 weeks ago.
Second single.
Gotcha. I think this is the one when I heard it for the first time. It was like, okay, yeah, they're definitely trying something a little bit different than what we've heard from them before, which I think is really, really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely stretched out a little bit on this record for sure. Started doing some stuff that we only really like touched on past albums, and kind of just put our like reservations, our inhibitions, I guess, off to the side for this one. Just kind of whatever we wanted.
Yeah, I mean, personally, and Keem has heard me say this before, I think that's an important thing for like any artist of any stripe to do, right? Is just try and do things that they haven't done before. So, on the press release for this, y'all mentioned how you guys wanted to not stay in a box that you guys had created for yourself, and I feel like that can sometimes weigh down just tech fans in general, right? I think that there's a lot of people that automatically assume what a techno death metal band sounds like in 2022, and it's into that or get like pigeonholed in that. How has been your relationship with that, being label tech dev or like doing this music that you guys have been doing for so long?
Well, we've never really been like a straight tech dev band.
No.
If we were a tech dev band, we've been fucking failing at it. Like we have choruses and shit. Like what tech dev band, you know what I mean? Like so. I take it as a compliment that people say that, but
It's my music that's really hard.
yeah, we love tech.
Yeah, I love tech death.
We love tech death, but
That's like what got me back into death metal. Bands like Fun Possession, Obscura, and all that type of shit. But
yeah, so I don't think I think it's a disservice to real tech death bands to label Allegaeon as a tech band. No.
I'm in
Top-formed,
a different
strong
band that I
system.
think is much more like an actual continuing for sure. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I've kind of tossed that around to people a few times when they're like, oh yeah, Legion, like tech band, and I was like, my other band is tech band. My other band is like way more technical than Legion, but it's also like, I don't know, like less accessible. You know what I mean? Like Greg said, like Allegion's always had like a lot of melody. You know what I mean? Like song structure, like AV type of stuff. You know, verse chorus, like, you know, and it's fast and it is technically proficient for sure. But I think that you know, we've never really identified as a tech death band. But that kind of brings me to like the answer to your question is that it's like we've never really like set out, I don't think, to really be like one particular style of metal. Like we just kind of make the music that you know we want to make, and it sometimes comes out more technical, and sometimes it comes out more proggy or more melodic. But I think that we're just we don't really identify ourselves as any particular type of death metal.
Yeah.
I think it's odd that all
Go
of
ahead.
us. Alright. I think it's odd that none of us in the band can decide on one band that we all like.
yeah, we all hate each other's music.
No, there's one band. There's one band.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was like,
We all like Opeth.
But no other band.
dude, I really thought this was going down the blues traveling around.
I
I remember.
I thought you were gonna say Toto.
You guys like that?
I don't dislike Toto.
Yeah,
bro.
Michael really likes it.
Okay. There you
We
go.
got turned off.
The Cryptopsy part.
Yeah, you can tell, right? My face just melts right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, to kind of go off, build off what y'all were saying. I mean, the first song that I ever heard from y'all was our catharsis off of Form Shifter. That was being played on Liquid Metal when I was like in the car a lot. Like I had a job where I drove a lot. And
I had no
Riley,
clue.
exactly
I
what you said.
had no idea those were the either.
Yeah, like exactly what we said. Like I mean, there was a technicality to it, but there was also a lot of melody, a lot of progressive elements, and a lot of like hooks that you don't hear in a lot of other music. And then I spaced out for a while, but then when Grey Matter Mechanics came out, that was like the next little bit wave of stuff that I heard from you guys. I was like, they're fucking doing like bass runs and flamenco shits in here. What the fuck is this? And it was just like you know, you get to explore that type of stuff. I always feel like your albums have just a wide gamut of different stuff. And Jeff, I think that gets into what you're saying. I mean, I know you're new to the band, but the fact that you guys can't even agree on all the bands that you like, I think is a strength for the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think so. I think that was really prevalent too, like on this session as opposed to like some of the other ones, because I don't know, I just feel like everybody had this more, I don't know, fine-tuned their interest in trying to bring that in. It's like once we submitted to the idea of being introspective with writing, I think that kind of just followed suit with every kind of thing we put forward: lyrics, vocals, the bass, guitar, songwriting, all that stuff. So it just kind of all happened so organically, you know.
Yeah, that's great. And speaking of that, Stormy wants to know how many anime references, Riley, were you able to sneak into the lyrics this time?
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I absolutely don't. You keep those as a little nugget.
Okay, I didn't any this time. Okay, I have a good story. I have a good story about that. So when I first joined the band, I maybe like a little bit unsure of what Allegaeon was like all about or what we were really going for. And Greg sent me a song, and I wrote the lyrics. I had just watched this anime series called Death Parade, so I like wrote the lyrics just like all about this series because I was fucking vibing on it. And we get to the studio. Like I was just like I was like, hey Greg, I'm writing the lyrics about this. He was like, I guess, dude, like do what you want. If you're gonna do it, I guess do it. But it got all the way to the point where like I was about to record, and then I smoked weed for the first time in like several months and got like really paranoid and started like doubting everything I'd ever done in my life. And
medical marijuana.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant thing.
And I was like, Greg, I don't know if I want to put an anime song on this album. And he was just kind of like, I mean, I didn't say it, you know. And so I spent like the whole night rewriting the lyrics, and then I went and recorded it. It was one of Michael's songs. Yeah, it's the song "The Arbiters" on Components for Sentience. And if you look at it through the lens of being about Death Parade, there's still like little tiny bits that you might be able to pick out, but it's mostly just about robots and shit now, like the rest of the album. But but no anime references on this one, unfortunately. Stormy, sorry.
Gotta wait till next time, everybody.
No.
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 Not even that time.
Veto!
Speaking of OPEC, so
Yeah.
we're listening right now to Into Embers. This break right here, Michael Ackerfeld like all over the place on it, and it's my ears.
Yeah. I've been like waiting, like, because I knew it was just like inevitable. That it's just like I fucking love Opeth. Like I like Ghost Era, Reverie's era Opeth is like some of my favorite shit. Like I love it. And so when you know, that influence kind of leaked into my composition on this album, I knew that people were gonna eventually be like, wow, bro, do you like Opeth much? And I like have been waiting for it so that I could be like, no, bro, I don't like Opeth. I fucking love Opeth. I fucking like I like. So yeah, it's definitely a huge influence of mine for sure.
I feel like Dave also in the studio added to the
Big
OPEC.
time.
Yeah,
Big time.
he did.
Like
He added harmonies on top of stuff
Yeah.
that were like major OPEC inspired.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Making my dreams come true.
Don't mind us. We go quiet sometimes. So we just like bob our heads.
Oh no, dude, I'm
I
vibing with it.
really like this dance moves you guys got.
Yo, I've got moves. Let it be known, okay? I've got like karate chopping all through the spin kicks, but like I don't even hold a candle over here to Keem. You know.
I've seen Keem's moves, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When those filthy breakdowns hit on his videos, I'm just like, bro, this guy makes me excited. Like
I don't even know what you're talking about. It's a different person.
Is that actual fire? Yeah. When did that happen?
Fire.
Oh shit.
My parents were like, we're not gonna make real fire ever.
Yeah.
We're gonna install pyrotechnics into our house.
26.
Yeah.
That brings the blood.
Yeah.
all that education just to read
All-
or remove.
All that Harvard education can't build a fire. Yeah.
I'm a fucking Eagle Scout, okay? I can build fire.
What is up, Active 1202? Hello, Grimdor. What's up, Barkums? Twitch, YouTube. Hello, everybody. We're hanging out with the Legion
Arkham's
today.
here.
Yes, he is.
Oh great.
God.
No.
We have a love-hate, mostly hate relationship with Barkham.
I've never met Barkham's.
Oh, you will.
I'm very excited.
You will.
So, Jeff, question for you, my friend. So
Yeah.
this is your first time playing, you know, on a record with Allegaeon. Again, like involved in the songwriting process, which it sounds like, you know, drummers in the past necessarily weren't. How was this experience for you, man? Like, what was it like coming into this established band and putting your spin on it, and now having this album that you've put a lot of input onto?
I felt like it was way more casual than I expected. I feel like I crossed a lot of lines that would have been okay in other bands. But I felt
Such as what?
What? What does that mean?
No, I say that because Greg, being the founding member of the band, and I had a series of Skypes where we talked about his song form, and I basically told him I didn't like him to his face. And I felt like that was probably stupid of me.
Yeah.
And Greg was like, I don't agree with you, but like, thanks for that. And like, once
And then
that
called me and was like, this guy fucking sucks.
Fuck this guy. Yeah.
But I feel like once I got through those like somewhat tense moments, I felt way more comfortable actually like expressing myself, and then we found a more happy medium in the writing process, and I felt actually like accepted with like the stuff I wanted to put in, which I was super grateful for, because it's hard for me to shut up, and I kind of need that in a band, I think, to be a part of the collaborative process.
Jeff has 80 million ideas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes those ideas don't even get out of his mouth before he has new ideas.
Yeah. And sometimes those ideas don't even get out of his mouth all the way before I'm just like, Jeff, shut up. Like,
Too many ideas.
I
You have a quota.
when I was recording vocals, like every time I would lay a line down, he would be like, what if we tried this? And like it got to the point where I had to like make this like really aggressive blanket statement where I was just like, hey everybody, like I have to like finish the rest of this album in 2 days. So like while I'm tracking, shut the fuck up. Like please God. And like everybody knew I was talking to Jeff directly, but I wasn't talking to Jeff directly. He was still too new. Now, on our next album, oh dude, for sure, I'm gonna be like, okay, I have to finish this album in 2 days. Jeff, specifically, shut the fuck up. Like, but no, I really like it because, not to cast aspersions and shit, but like our last drummer and even like previous other members, like I would so much rather have a guy who never stops talking than someone who doesn't contribute creatively like at all and complain. Yeah. So
Right.
like I'm very stoked with Jeff's involvement. I'm not as stoked as I am on this flamenco though part though. Yeah.
Hey, bring it back.
Yeah.
And fight. Face off.
But I think that's funny. I think it's like in, whatever various cartoons or movies or films or anything, when you have that person like, they just said that to the boss, what the fuck? And you're expecting them to get like chucked out the window, but then the boss is like, no one says that to me. All right, you're cool. And then just backs away.
Yeah.
Just do one of these.
Yeah. We also we established pretty early on, because like when you start throwing that many cooks in the kitchen, like shit can get really messy really fast, right? So we established like pretty early on that it's like, look, like if you don't like something, that's fine, and we want to hear everybody's creative input, but like if you have a criticism, it needs to be accompanied with like a suggestion on how to like fix it or like make it different, or like, you know what I mean, like so that it's not just like empty, like, oh, I don't like this part, and like that's where it ends, because that's like how creative that's how creative tension happens.
I don't really think
resentment
it has,
starts to build, but like
really have any of that. But, like every time something, it was more of like a problem-solving kind of thing. We hear something and be like, well, something's missing here. And then me personally, I've always had this mentality of like, the second you write a song, it's obviously your song, and then the second you bring it to the band, it's like now the band's song. So we kind of decide together, like, hey, let's boom, boom, let's make it so everybody's happy and everybody can like speak.
Yeah, and I also think it's commendable too, because like if this is the first time that y'all as a unit are doing that, to get something that people in the chat have been saying album of the year. Mart says shit goes hard. There's another people in here says that everything is great. Riffs, leads are out of this world. Vocals are fantastic. So like doing all that and still getting a product out, I think is like really, really fucking cool and commendable.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give me that. Give me the carabiner. I got it.
What do you call me?
Do it with your eyeball.
Also, Keem, I love how while they were answering
You're
the
right
question,
there.
both
Cheers,
you
boys.
and Jeff were just like going down.
To carry my grief.
I want to try the filter one.
Oh, no, nothing.
We just dropped a video for this song today, Vermin. The album came out today, as well as the video for the third single. There's rat torture in it, so that's pretty cool. Not like torturing rats. We don't stand by that shit.
Right.
But it's that torture method where they like put a rat in a bucket. I mean, I guess that does kind of also torture the rat if you really think about it.
Oh, so put a rat in a bucket over someone's stomach or something like that?
Yeah, and then you
Like
put like heat to the bucket, so the rats
Yeah.
like that, and they just like
Yeah.
shoot through the person.
Yeah.
That's an old,
What a way to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one expects some dated shit. No one expects fancy position.
Yeah.
Greg really likes British humor, and we hate him for it.
I don't hate him for it.
I hate him for it. The royal we is what I was talking about.
We have a bunch of people from the UK in the chat being like, yeah, Greg!
It's cool, man. Not everybody, has taste.
Yeah. I mean, I'm drinking Corona now. I think it's established that I don't have taste. I also just had COVID again, so I definitely don't have taste. Any guess?
You're not supposed to use
I'm supposed to tell people.
Bro, it's fine. I don't have it anymore. No.
I used to have it.
Yeah.
Don't have it anymore.
No, I didn't lose taste the second time. Yeah. I didn't really lose my taste the second time. It just went down a little bit. It does.
Yeah.
Tour starts tomorrow.
An
Wow.
Australian?
Yeah.
Cheers, cut?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Jeff brings it out of me.
Yeah.
The
We learned it together.
Yeah, the first tour I ever did with Jeff was with my other band Continuum. We did Bloodletting in 2019 with Distant Tomb, and we picked up a lot of Australian slang and habits. And so basically just using the word cunt super casually, like it's very like it sounds so harsh in an American accent,
It's true.
but in an Australian accent you're just like, alright, cheers, cunts, and like it rolls.
It just
bro.
rolls. It rolls. It's
it's-
natural.
In June, I'm going to spend some time in Ireland and Scotland, so like I'm gonna get used to it. I think we're going to offend everybody.
The best way to use it though is as a modifier. They use it as an adverb. They're
Yeah.
like saying your cunt in head.
Yeah. We started giving them so much shit for saying cunts every 5 words that Jordan from Distant Tomb would be like, this is our next song. It's called, fucking Aberration of the Sublimation Tasting. And we'd just be like, bang your cunting heads. And it was just fucking beautiful. Beautiful.
I hadn't listened to the song yet before I know it came out today, but I was saving it. God damn.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
It's,
Is this I Love You or is this?
Yeah, that's I love you.
Spider-Man.
No, this is Spider-Man.
No, they're both
That's
Spider-Man.
No, this is Ronnie James Dio.
How dare you?
I'll take both. I like both Dio and Spider-Man. Spider Dio is now something that I didn't know that I wanted.
Ronnie James Spider-Man. Wait, I didn't read the doc.
Any venues you guys are looking forward to?
The Kingsland tomorrow night in Brooklyn, New York. Hell yeah.
Yeah, be a good one.
I've never played Texas before. Brooklyn.
Really? Yeah, playing Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie's always sick.
Reggie's in Chicago is always a fucking nuts spot. Yeah. They have a big dumpster outside that says no babies on it. Fucking incredible.
You just need a warning for that one.
Yeah, Denver at the Oriental. That's gonna be a good one.
Montreal also.
Dude,
All Canada.
All of Canada.
All of Canada.
Canada's always so sick.
Calgary is Yeah. Any place in Alberta,
Mhm.
we know it's going to be a great show.
This is the ballad. Yeah.
Which, do we want to talk about the song?
Yeah.
I think this would be.
I'm talk about the song.
We're gonna bring the vibe down.
No,
I don't think we're gonna bring
I
it
think
down.
I was gonna ask questions about your like move to reality versus escapism and the subject matter and everything. So might as well, because that means that we've still got half an hour to bring us back up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. You want me to start this one?
Yeah,
I think you
sure.
should, dude.
I think that's in the order of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I, lived in Colorado for 15 years, and at the very end of my tenure there, I was living with an old student of mine who had this big empty house, and he got in a motorcycle accident, needed help with the house and taking care of himself. And then I was up in Canada, where I live now, with my then girlfriend, my now wife, and COVID happened. They shut the border, and I couldn't get back. And I got the call that he had killed himself. And so, writing the music to this was sort of my therapy on how to get through that. And then you can pick up.
Yeah, so shortly after, I was gonna say Greg lost, but I feel like we all lost him.
Everybody loved Jerry.
Because everybody loved Jerry. Like, we would stay at Greg's house, and like Jerry was always such a fucking rad dude. He would be at all of our Denver shows, like so hospitable, like just always hanging out, playing Quake. Like, he was a rad dude. So yeah, after we lost Jerry, shortly after that, a friend of mine who was like, we were in like our first band together in high school. Dude was just like a very prominent figure in my musical growth. He also took his life. And so Greg and I all of a sudden had this like common grief, And so we wrote this song together where he handled, all the music and some of the lyrics, and then I kind of came in and filled in the blanks of the lyrics and wrote a little bit of the music and some of the little like down middle section that we're gonna get to.
The whole middle section is us.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, this song is definitely like the very emotional heavy hitter, because a lot of the other songs are like kind of about more like abstract understandings of like, grief and loss and anger and sadness and stuff. But this is the only one that's like really rooted in experience, that, like tangible, palpable loss that really kind of colored the way this song came out. But yeah.
Autobiographical.
Oh yeah. So this song is called Home, which was mentioned in
Jerry's
suicide note. Yeah.
One other little not so fun fact is that we actually finally we took a bit of a writing retreat after we had like a lot of the general ideas kind of sculpted, and a memory that sticks to my mind is we finalized this song in Jerry's house. Yeah. So we finished writing it in his home, in the area where he spent most of his time. So it was
it's almost like he was there with you.
It just happened. It happened that way, which is super, coincidental.
Yeah, it was a powerful session, and it all kind of came out. I remember recording the vocals for this part that we're listening to right now, and just kind of like coming apart at the seams a little bit in the studio. And Dave, who's like our sixth member, basically, Dave Otero, he's like our big producer. He was like, me and Dave always just like bust each other's balls. You know what I mean? Like that's like our rapport, is that we're both kind of assholes, and so let's be like making fun of each other.
Everyone.
It's kind of my rapport with everyone.
Riley's an asshole.
I'm an asshole, so But yeah, I was going through it with this song when I was recording it.
You came out of that booth in tears.
Yeah, I came out of the booth in tears, and fucking Dave and I just like hugged, and he was crying too, and it was just a fucking moment. And
I was the only other person in the studio that day, and
yeah,
it's a a moment I will remember. Because it was so like beautiful but intense. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. So this is our bummer song on the album. I hope everybody's sad now. Everybody watching, view count just plummeting as we were talking about. So no.
It's actually growing.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, guys, I'm really sorry for your loss collectively. I don't really have anything else like to add or to say to that other than like it's beautiful that y'all are able to, you know, memorialize his memory in this so that he's never truly gone. Like anybody can listen to this, and even if they don't know the story, even if they don't know anything, they can hear the emotion behind the music and get that out there. I mean, I think that's what art is for. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because I don't have anything else to say.
Long live Jerry.
Yes, Jerry.
Long live Jerry.
Texas Day Brazil.
Texas
Damn Day Brazil.
Yeah. Fucking
Catalina wine.
yeah, goddamn Catalina wine.
I am also glad that you guys mentioned that. Otherwise, you know, Keem and I might just be like going off to the song and be like, wait a second.
Yeah, I mean, it puts it through a different lens for sure, you know? And, like, it's a sick song just without knowing the backstory. But having that extra knowledge, I feel, really makes it, like, hit that much harder, you know?
The lyrics, I mean, like, I'm always really big on lyrics anyways, but this song's particularly... And I obviously I know it's because of personal connection, but, like, holy shit. It's just, it was a really hard listen. It's funny, like, I grew accustomed to the song, and, you know, the whole thing vibing out to it, like, oh, it's pretty sad, whatever, and it wasn't until, like, I ran out of the lyrics, and I was like, fuck, like, shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's just so personal, you know? So.
All right, go off, Riley.
Yeah, letting my inner Christina out.
Yeah, I hear it, Mazza. I hear it. Mazza, our moderator in the chat, says that there's so much speed here, as in, you know, Speed Strid, who I know that you guys are very familiar with from Proponents.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Speed's rad. Alright, and now for something completely different.
Here's some pick-me-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually the first song that Boo Boo has brought to the band.
Yep. Yeah, usually it's always Greg and Mikey that like write the bulk of the song structures, but this one, Boo Boo brought, and Jeff wrote a large portion of the lyrics for this song as well. He had just like had lyrics on deck, and so he was like, yeah, I've got some stuff, like, you want to look it over? And I took one of his sets of lyrics and modified it pretty heavily, but it's still got a lot of Jeff in there. Yeah.
So, you guys mentioned it a little bit with, you know, the story that y'all just told about the previous song. But given that this was more introspective of an album, how different was that for y'all to confront versus, you know, your science and escapism lyrics and stuff like that? Like, did you guys have a challenge doing that, or did it flow even more easily since it was coming from within? Like, how did you guys find that experience? All of it.
It's a bit of a relief for you. But...
Yeah, for me it was huge. It was like, you know, when I first joined Allegion, it was for Proponent for Sentience, and a lot of the lyrics for like the mainstays of those songs had already been written by Greg. Proponent for Sentience 1, 2, and 3, like all the verses and choruses had been written. All Hail Science, Greg's already had the chorus. Gray Matter verse and chorus was already done. So it's like I kind of came in and like finished a job that was already halfway done, and like put my own spin on it. And it was like a concept album, so it was like, you know, pretty rigid as far as like what I, you know, could and couldn't write. And then Apoptosis was like, okay, well, we got to keep like the science thing, because that's like our thing, right? It was like science band. And I like tried to insert a little bit more of myself into that by being like, you know, okay, Apoptosis, like program cell death, like, you know, I like that part.
We're just gonna start fighting.
Yeah, fight risk for sure. But yeah, apoptosis is like a little bit more of myself. You know, I was able to kind of be like, hey, I like program cell death. Like the whole idea is like out with the old, in with the new, and like showing how that happens in the scientific world, but then also like talking about how it happens, you know, with like religion or like social ideas and stuff, where it's like, you know, and then at the end of the album, there's the title track that kind of like brings it all together, and it's like, hey, like do better, you know. But with this one, I started getting these songs and like the just emotional content of the music. Like it was so much darker and so much heavier, and just like, you know, like it was. I tried writing like science-based lyrics to some of these songs, and I couldn't. I was just like, it was too much. I was just like it just didn't feel right. It felt disingenuous. So I was like, yeah, send it. I'm just gonna write like some shit about what I've been feeling and what I've been experiencing and all that stuff. So the piano here.
Who is that?
That is Tommy Bonneville, if that's how you pronounce his name. He's a French pianist. He's the guy. Have you ever seen that channel Brutal Keys on YouTube? He does like these crazy like piano covers of like insane tech death songs. He also plays piano for one of my other projects, Virulent Depravity on Artisan Era. And yeah, we were just like, you know what would sound sick here? Fucking piano solo.
And it did.
We know sick
Yeah,
piano.
it did.
Actually, I do know a really sick piano. Yeah.
I got a piano guy. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah. Tommy killed it on that solo.
Yeah, unexpected for sure. Like both Keem and I at the same time were like,
I was like, wait a minute.
Well, Greg, what about?
Michael's Flight of the Bumblebee guitar solo.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
It's Michael's Flight of the Bumblebee guitar solo. It
Oh,
sounds like
fuck
if
yeah.
you're getting attacked by a bunch of
Greg, what about you, man? Like, so Riley was talking about how the music that he was already receiving was colored a little bit with, you know, dark emotions and everything like that. Do you think that was like subconscious from everything that we've been going on, or is that a place that you wanted to go to over the last couple of years anyway?
I mean, I'm a generally pretty miserable person, to be completely honest, and so I think that it look at Greg. Greg was just like, yeah.
Alright. Again, it tracks.
Yeah.
Super tracks.
Yeah. No, I'm generally you know, pretty negative dude. You know, I you know, like negative with a penchant for being maybe a little dramatic when it comes to, you know,
You're a
negative
vocalist.
experiences. Yeah, I'm a vocalist. I'm a little bit of a drama queen. So I've kind of always got that shit going on in me. Like no matter what I'm experiencing, like there's usually like everything is terrible rainbow above all of it.
cloud.
So it felt rainbow. So it felt pretty natural for me to be able to write about that stuff. But at the same time, like everyone was experiencing like something over the past couple of years. You know what I mean? Like tons of people were affected in like negative ways. A lot of people's lives just like fell apart. And so I think that it was like, you know, paired with my general sense of pessimism, just like also wanting to write something that like people could connect to. You know what I mean? Like something that people could hear and be like, oh yeah, I feel this. And like, yeah, as someone who writes lyrics all the time, like I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I can like articulate those thoughts and like put them into a way that like maybe people are feeling but never really had a way to put words to before. And so that's kind of my hope with this record, is that people will listen to it and be like, yeah, bro, same, and like get some catharsis or closure, you know?
Yeah.
More Tommy. More Tommy, more piano.
I like how it wasn't just a, you know, one-stop shop and then leave. I like how it's come back.
Yeah.
Okay. All All right. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the Fergalicious part. we need to start releasing that shit like onto like Patreon and stuff. Like, there's a part in this song that if you take the rhythm of the music.
This song and Fergalicious are the same BPM.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You can overlay the vocals on each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I did that.
We need it now, guys. What are
Yeah.
you waiting for? Come on.
Hey, do you guys remember the Ghostbusters song?
It was also in this.
Is this song?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
Yeah, sorry for those of you guys, everybody out there. So the drums were edited by actually one of our colleagues, Mike Lowe, lives in Barry. He's kind of like Dave's assistant for editing, I think, right?
A member of a real tech deck band.
A member of an actual tech deck. And he overlaid after we got the edits back. He overlaid against the drive drum track. The Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters theme. And it lined up perfectly. I'll point it out. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, this song.
Not these ghosts. Oh, you can't see.
Oh!
Yeah.
Those Ghostbusters.
It's funny you guys mentioned that. We had Manuel from Zealand Ardor on a couple of weeks ago when their album came out. And during one of the 2020 Slay at Home festivals, he did like a little quote-unquote acoustic set, but he had a lot of mashups and shit in there. And he put together ABBA's Dancing Queen with Linkin Park's Numb, and it was like the most phenomenal thing you've ever heard. And he's just like sitting in his basement drinking beer while this thing is playing over the stream, and he's like, this shouldn't work this well, but yet it does.
I remember seeing him do like a few of those mashups, and I was just like, bro, I wish I had that kind of ear. Like, I wish that I could hear totally different shit that's actually the same in other shit. Like, it's such a gift. This is the Fergalicious part, by the way.
Now I got Fergalicious. I'm playing it in my head.
Yeah.
There was one week where I was like, I don't know. I think it was when I was making the mashup of this song. I learned that fast part, and then piece for piece. What was it?
This is the Ghostbusters part.
You're right.
I can hear it.
Sorry.
Oh man, this is why I don't really like fret fucking notes anymore for these things. It's like you never know where these things are gonna go. The entire band screaming, "Dan it, Dan it." And I do appreciate that about y'all. We've been, watching your videos even back, 5-10 years ago, I would say. You guys, never really took yourself seriously, I don't think. You guys realize that this shit that we listen to, that we're nerds about, is just about fucking, fun and ridiculousness, I think. And while there are a lot of serious aspects, just like some of the songs on here, I think the main thing is about having fun, and I think you guys embody that a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Full adults yelling at you. It's pretty. I'm a gypsy that goes from town to town, yelling at strangers and selling T-shirts.
Yeah, man. Take what you do seriously, not yourself. You know?
And it's like, if you can't have fun, like, why even do this?
Yeah.
You know, you have to have a sense of humor.
100%.
Barkham said those Vox were very Ollie Peters.
Yeah.
I caught that.
I've learned from a couple people that apparently Ollie from Archfire like maintains copyright monopoly over like doing fast vocals. So
No,
sorry guys.
there's no
Sorry. So funny. I'm gonna hit up Dean and be like, hey, sorry that we cosplayed as you guys for a couple sections on the new album. Pull the old switcheroo, be like, hey, I know you guys are headlining, but you should come out and do a guest thing during our set. He would do it. I hope he would do the lyrics wrong. I hope he would just be like,
Right, just
he would just be pretty much about that. There you go.
Hey, this is sitting over here. Look at that, and then like word for word that fucking yours for demo fucking.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a
If
good
you
one.
play it on like on phone next to you.
Yeah, we're gonna it will work.
Let's see if I can open a bottle with another bottle.
Stand
Challenge.
back, everybody.
all right.
I'm gonna bet on Joe.
Don't want to drip.
It's a perfect
almost.
soundtrack for this.
Done it before. I can do it again.
Pressure's on. Everybody's watching.
Yeah.
I know.
Did I push for it? Yeah. I think Mike and I were super
You know what?
successful at our back-to-back on this album. One that we had
Nope.
in the past.
Can't do it. Fuck that.
Is it?
Dude, I'm looking for that bottle opener. I can't find it. Oh, you little bitch.
Well, it's not funky.
Well, that's not fun. There you go.
That's like this part live. You don't really like dual solos.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah. Dual solos are very power metal. I'm here for it.
You here for it?
Dude, I love power metal. Did you not know this about me?
Have you heard the Pumpkins United live record?
The Halloween album? Fuck yeah.
Fucking good, dude.
It's so good.
Fucking good.
It's so good.
I'm
And
a
the
big-
fact that it's called Pumpkins United makes it that much better, Jeff.
I think I don't know anyone in the world who hates power metal more than you.
No, I love power metal.
What?
Dude,
Dude,
I'm not
hair
kidding.
metal. It's like 80s.
I hate hair metal. Hair metal can get fucked. I don't like it. But I love power metal, bro.
Steady now.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say I heard the power metal in the guitar solos and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't say it. Riley said it. But I also like.
I love power metal.
There's a lot of damn it, I feel like influence in a lot of the guitar leads in this song in particular. I don't know if I'm just hearing things my own or if that are influences that y'all have. Either way, I fucking dig it.
no.
Oh, I'm not. Oh.
I'll say, I think we're in Paladin.
Yeah, touring with Paladin. Touring with Paladin, power metal band.
Love Paladin.
I love Paladin.
So fucking good.
Taylor
But
Washington.
fuck Taylor.
Yeah, fuck Taylor and I'll tell you why fuck Taylor, because Taylor's one of those people that's like so absurdly good at everything he does that it's just like fuck you, man. Like,
Yeah, I know this guy. I know
like,
And then people are just like, oh, despair. It's like you're a fucking evolutionary like variant, and I don't like it. But I love him. But at the same time,
evolutionary variant is my favorite.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
but seriously, I love him.
Yeah, I love Taylor. Yeah. Taylor's my
No,
boy.
what's gonna happen is I'm gonna clip that part, send
Yeah,
it to the
Yeah.
canceled.
Send it to him.
That's a beef
No,
up.
if he saw it, he'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah. That's right.
He'd be like, I would too.
We tell him to his face.
And it's funny because he's also arguably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be even funnier. Yeah, I guess he does hate me.
Yeah.
Dactyl says
This
a
is,
question in the chat actually related to this. They say, if Evolution Variant were a metal band, what kind of metal would they play?
Cynic. They would just be a Cynic cover band. Yeah.
Cynic cover band, fuck yeah.
It would be low quarters, fretless bass, polyrhythms on the drum, really outside jazz chords with some distortion, and heavy vocals kind of thrown in there.
Yeah.
And not a headstock to be found.
Yeah. And not a headstock to be found. Yeah.
Yeah, no
only
headstock.
Strandbergs. Strandberg metal. Yeah.
Buffalo. What does that mean?
No!
What does that mean?
God
You
damn it!
just opened up a can of worms, Keem.
No, it was Markham's. It was, of course,
Yeah.
it was Markham's. He buffaloed me in New York last time we were. So once you get sworn into Buffalo,
Okay.
it means that if you ever get caught drinking a drink with not
Okay.
your left hand like this,
Your right hand, it's all I'm saying.
if not your left hand,
Uh-huh.
if they catch you drinking with your right hand, they can say Buffalo, and if the drink is still in your right hand, like it just was for me when I got called Buffalo on, thank you guys. I now have to chug this beer.
Remember
So
that one
Oh,
time
do it.
yeah, so I do remember that I got Buffalo like 3 times in a row, which is bullshit. All right, well, bottoms up.
Shout out Markham.
Fuck you, Markham. But
I'm about getting Buffalo.
Buffalo. Wow. Okay.
Doing it.
He's doing it. He did it.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't even know that was a thing.
What a good sport. What a good sport.
Right.
not a fan.
It's not a law. I mean, you could literally go, fuck you.
No, it's a law.
It's a lot.
Cops are already outside.
Without a code, what's the point of being a man?
Right. There has to be a code.
I wish I knew how to say that in Japanese, so I could be like, "Onmele color."
My dudes, you may not believe it, but we are on the last song of the album.
Yeah.
Time just fucking flew by.
This is a 30-minute album.
Yeah, right. That's something that people have told us a few times. They're like, "Oh, it's a 60-minute album that feels like a 30-minute album," which I feel is a very high compliment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll feel like a long album at all.
Well, it's good, because every other album we've done is, it's too long!
Yeah. Yeah. Play Rush. This album's too long. Play Rush.
We just, Keem and I struck a nerve on this last week when we were talking with Immolation. Yeah, because they were like, everybody's telling us this album's too long. It's like 4 fucking minutes longer than most of the albums that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
People really care about that.
They do. They do. Everybody wants 30-minute records, man.
Yeah.
I would like to give you less music, charge you the same amount of money.
That's good economics right there.
We could have split this up into Damned Part 1 and 2.
But, what a bunch of idiots. But,
Moron!
yeah.
It's gonna be that high harmony line.
I'll do the low.
So as this album is wrapping up, tell us about this track "Only Loss" and like how it came together. And it just immediately sounds like a closer, so I have an idea of why you guys put it at the end of the album.
So Mikey wrote this song. This is a Michael Stansel original. And this was actually the first song that I wrote that I wrote lyrics to. Because so DAMNUM is Latin for lost. And I think that that's like the most prevalent thing on this album. Like the most prevalent topic is this loss of one thing or another. And so when I didn't think that this was going to be the album closer when I wrote it, when I wrote the lyrics, but the lyrics are just like very hopeless. You know what I mean? Like very dark, very dreary. You know, I kind of like the fact that the album ends with me just saying only loss, only loss, only loss, only loss, and then it's just like fade out, sad guitar, have fun.
I was really adamant when I heard this song. It just felt it's super weird. Like when I heard it, it felt very
slam part. Hold on.
And they say you're a tech band.
Yeah, right.
So this song felt very like it felt very Legion, but also not very Legion at the same time. I think it's like one of the only songs on Hardcore, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I knew it was a closer to me the second I fucking heard it. I was like, this it just starts off so ominous. I was actually even at one point contemplating like opening the record.
Yeah,
with this, but I think it's in its perfect place, especially with the outro that we'll get to. But
I feel like you should just get like a bottle of Prozac with this song.
Yeah.
It's
It's very hopeless. It's a very hopeless song. Yeah.
very. I think it also just encapsulates the vibe of the record, like Brandon was saying. It's like this. If you want to know what this record is about, this is the song. I think that you should. Like, hey, this band is sad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just screaming into the void that we just heard for this chorus, I think sums that up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because like the melody for this chorus is like so like jazzy and vibey, but the lyrics are such a bummer. So which is the dichotomy I like. I like when I hear something that like has like almost like an uplifting feel to it sonically, but then you read the lyrics and you're like, oh wow, that's yikes.
If you listen, that melody right there is all of In Mourning.
Really? Oh, it is. Yeah.
I didn't even know it.
I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it.
You guys are fired! No.
Yeah, this is something else that was really cool too. I remember thinking it was a really cool idea to just have the album fade out and do one of those things, but then bring it back with a completely just naked, empty, desolate guitar.
Well, that's how the album starts too.
Yeah.
Is that the very first like few bars of the album is just like empty, hopeless sounding acoustic guitar, just bow, bow, no, 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 no. And then you end the album with just this like he said, just like naked, like vulnerable sounding fucking guitar part, and then it's just over. And you know what I mean? It's like it's something that we did very much consciously with the intent of being like, this album starts off very empty and it ends very empty, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. That was the record.
Everybody give Allegaeon a round of applause. We did it. We made it through. Fuck yeah. Everybody should
all 60 minutes.
Yeah, all 60 minutes.
All 30
Every
minutes.
single one of them. And that extra 7 seconds as well. All right.
Great album.
Yeah, guys, that was fucking fantastic. I've loved seeing you guys. You know, I mean, for me, like I went on like a black hole of like not listening to music for a little while, and y'all were one of the bands that I found during that time where like I could not name any other bands during the 2010s, but I knew of Allegaeon, and to see you guys kind of come onto the scene and just do your thing over the last like 10, 15 years and put this out. I'm really fucking stoked that y'all are doing this. I'm stoked that you guys get to get out on the road pretty soon and tour this shit. Yeah, anything else to say for the people that have been listening or will listen into the future watching this on demand?
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening and hanging out with us and listening to us be a bunch of dorks. If you're watching this within 30 days of airing, we are on tour with Omnium Gatherum and Black Crown Initiate, US and Canada. If you're around here, check it out. If you're watching this live right now, we start in Brooklyn tomorrow, and then Baltimore, and then so on and so forth. So come say hi. We love seeing our fans. You know, we love seeing our friends. It's the best part of the job. So while we're out on the road, come say hi. And if you haven't picked up a copy of DAMNUM yet, head over to Night Shift merch and check out some of those variants. We got flags, shirts, all that dope shit.
Tab books.
Tab books, yeah.
Oh.
For those of you who want to learn to shred this shit.
But who
Tab
don't want to
books.
be in a tech death band.
Right,
Yes,
right.
don't want to be in techno band, yeah. For those of you who want to be in a melodic, progressive, Swedish-influenced, blackened, not technical death metal band, that's for you. Tab books just for you. Yeah.
Amazing shit. Mazza has that link to your Bandcamp in the chat as well. So go pick up the album. Go pick up some shirts. Go pick up the tab books, everyone. Y'all, this has been First Listen. Stay Puffed and Keem here. Give a big old shout out to Allegaeon. Go get the record. Go spin it. DAMNUM was the name of the album that we just spun. So we will be back again. I did the soon time, I guess. I don't know if we're doing next Friday or not. We fly by the seat of our pants over here. For now, though, you can follow Keem at the link that Maz has got there, dude. If you're around, you can follow my personal Twitch channel as well. And you've got Allegaion's links down there as well. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was a hell of an album. And yeah, I guess we will see everybody next week.